Good morning. This is Juanita from George's Furniture, and we're doing a what's happening in George's shop today. Today we're going to be looking at how the front frames are put onto a dresser and two nightstands. So we'll turn this around. Okay. Here is Justin, and he is preparing, he's putting in the dowels that are going to be used. He's using a tight bond wood glue as a small painter's brush. That way you can get into those holes nicely and completely fill the glues up. Here you can see the front frame that has been put together. We also use dowels for where those braces come together. Here you can see the side of the dresser. Now this dresser, the leg actually goes the entire way up the dresser, so it's a little different style. We call this our mission style on legs. So this would be a short leg for the dresser. Here I have a picture of what it's going to be. So this is a pretty tall dresser, and then it has a smaller mirror and has quite a number of drawers there. You can see the shorter legs. And this dresser, if you look at the top part, it flares out. And right here beside there we have the pieces that are going to be used for the top part of the dresser. It's a little on a different style. This one we had to redesign, making sure that everything is going to be able to expand and contract. If you look here in the holes inside, we have holes that are drilled where the screws will go into it. And if you look, these holes have been opened up a little bit. What this allows is for the expansion and contraction that solid wood will do with the moisture changes in the air. So those are the things that we have designed into the furniture to allow the wood to expand and contract, because solid wood, unlike your plywoods, your particle boards, those type of things that furniture may be made out of, does not expand and contract. But with solid wood, it does. And so each of our pieces are designed with that ability in mind. And that's really why our furniture can get all over the United States. And we know that it's not going to give us problems. So here's the side. Justin's putting that together. So down here, this side is already ready to go. And we'll put that together too. And then there will also be a back that will be put on too. So it's in there a little bit. Everything's lined up. I'll get both sides. He's working on the other side. Also part of this order is a dresser. I'm sorry, not a dresser. Some nightstands. Here we're putting on the other side. So we'll see some other things. Down here, this is a bit of a challenge to be able to, these were turned on the lathe. They are bases to some small tables. I believe it's a coffee and end table. Those are solid. And they turn them on a large lathe. A bit of a challenge. Getting those turned because they were so large. Here are the tops that will be put on the coffee table and end table. So there are some more tops that are glued up and went through the sander. And over here, this is a sample of what we use for the bottoms of our drawers. Here you can see there's smaller pieces that are glued together. These are pieces that come off of the table saw. And this is, so even the bottoms of our drawers are solid hardwood too. So you can see they're pretty thick. Let's go back and see what is happening to our dresser. Oh, so we've got it upright now. And there's clamps there to help it to hold together while that glue is drying. That's a pretty tall dresser. So the top will go on, the counter will go on the top then. So we use that to bring that joint tighter. It's tightened on the end there. I see they have little cushions here to help not to mark the outside of that clamp. So if you look at the seam, the joint is open yet, but by tightening it, that will draw that joint tighter. You can see some glue coming out. We want the glue to ooze out, that way we know that the joint is completely covered. And that will be later taken off and then sanded off. And then looking at the back here, this is the inside and the back. You can see there's a groove here. That's where we will have a tongue and groove back. The tongue and groove construction allows for that expansion to contraction because this can be fairly wide. There may be a number of movement depending on the moisture. So moisture in the air will tend to, the wood will expand. And if you have a dry area in the wintertime or heat that is forced air, that tends to dry things out. And so then it will contract. And over here we have Jim is working on the nightstands. You can see this is the front frame that has been put together. As it's clamped there. Similar concept as the dresser. The clamp will hold that together, allowing the glue to dry. And over here are some more parts. The sides here. And there again, the holes are drilled to allow the screws to be screwed in. And these holes are enlarged a little bit to allow for that movement to happen. And over here are the tops of the nightstands. So we have two people that are working on this bedroom suite. And each craftsman builds one piece from start to finish. So that's what's happening in George's shop. And until next time, have a good day.